Hi guys, Galactica Transdicate here with another tutorial video. This video is going to be a little bit different because we're going to tackle some music theory. We're going to look at scales and key signatures today. Have you got an exam coming up where you can't remember where the sharps and flats go on the key signatures, or you've got a practical exam where you're going to play different scales but you can't remember which sharps and flats to play? Well, I have the answer, which is I'm going to demonstrate here today. So, based on the circle of fifths, which is quite complicated for some people to understand because it's basically a circle and it's got all the key signatures on it, and it can be quite complicated. So I'm going to break that down to a simplistic form so that you guys can understand. So firstly, I'm going to start off with the sharps. So if you get a pen and paper now, you can actually write down what I write down. So, and always feel free to pause the video when you can if you need to jot down anything that you need to jot down. So let's start off with the sharps. So firstly, I'm going to write down the order in which the sharps are actually written in the key signature. So we've got C, G, D, A, E, and B. Okay? So that's the order the sharps on the key signature are written. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some numbers above that. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay? So if you need to jot that down, pause the video and write it down. So follow me. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a line in between the C and the G. So there. So that separates the F and the C from the G, D, A and B. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write some more numbers. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So starting from the G, I start from 1 and I end on the C at 7. Okay? This will make more sense once I explain it. So a good way of remembering this sequence is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So that's a good way of remembering it. You can make your own sayings up, whatever you want, whatever works for you, but that's the one I use personally. So how it works is, say if I want to know how many sharps G major's got. Okay? So all I have to do is go find the G, and I know, and if I look at the number below it, that means the number 1 means it's got 1 sharp. So I find the number 1 at the top, and that sharp is F. Let's have a look at another one. I want to know A major. How many sharps has A major got? So I find A, and then look at the number below it. It's got 3. So find 3 on the account. So we got 1, 2 and 3. So you must count those. So it's got F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and so on. So if I need to play a scale, so if my examiner says, can you play the scale of D major? All I've got to do is think of D, look below, I got number 2, so it's got 2 sharps, D major has, and then it's got F, and it's got C, because that's 1 and 2, okay? So that tackles the scales. We'll look at the flatted ones in a moment, but it also helps you write the key signatures as well. So if you're in an exam, I think you're allowed to write. You have a blank piece of paper, and you could actually write this down. So if there's a question in key signatures, you could use this to remind yourself. So that's how this system works. So all you have to remember really is that sequence. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And then just remember where to put the line. So the line after the C. So you can count from 1 to 7 in that order. So that's all you have to remember. Now I'm going to have a look at the flats. So looking at the flats, you know that sequence we just had, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Well, all you have to do is write that backwards. So it is B, E, A, D, G, C and F. Okay? So this time we're going to put the line after the C. That's where the line's going to go. Again, I'm going to number it normally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. So that's normal. Normal way how we did the same way we did the sharps. And then what we need to remember is these ones after the F is F major. The ones after it are flats, so we need to put the flats in just so we don't forget. Okay, now what you do from the F, you put the 1 there, and so on like that, and the same system is used. So I want to know how many flats are in B flat major. So you look at the number below it, it's 2, so that means it's got 2 flats. So all you do, we know there's 2, there's number 2 there, we know it's got B flat and E flat. So and so on. That's how it works. So I hope that has helped, and give us a like, subscribe to us, and hopefully that helps with your exams, or so see you next time. Bye bye.